We can show him too, right?
Yeah.
They're checking fever.
Oh, hello. Wow.
On the way.
This is the whole hallway. Hello, everybody. How's it going?
And I keep telling
Hey guys, this is Johnny FD, and a big question I keep getting is, when will Sri Lanka open back up for tourism? Is quarantine going to be required? And if so, what is that going to be like? So, I don't know the answer to the airport opening, but most likely when it does open, whether it's this month, next month, or maybe they might push it back further, quarantine will probably most definitely be required, at least for those first couple of months. All right, so first off, yes, I have been in this same hotel for the last 7 days. I've eaten every meal here, breakfast, lunch, dinner, tea, and I basically haven't left the grounds. I've basically been in my room and here sitting in this lobby where my laptop is, and I've just been working here. The nice thing though is I have this beautiful ocean view and I've been going on the beach. The people I'm talking to today, they're in a government facility. Let's hear from them now, see what's different.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah, nice to see you guys.
Yeah, we are alive. We are real people, not robots. Come on. This is
Johnny.
this
Hello,
is
how are you
Kian.
doing? Very nice to meet
His
you.
wife is lying down from overeating. She's
Okay.
she's
Wow.
having a food coma. Look at her. Let me show you. Look at her. She's having a food coma.
Oh my God. At least you guys are well fed, which is good. That's
Really,
nice.
it's gorgeous. This is just the one side. The other side has the you've seen this, right? I've sent so many of these
Yeah,
pictures.
the photos. Yeah, it's been great following
Yeah.
your journey this entire time.
It's, you know what, I think it's a great, and first I just really want to thank you for being so open and wanting to help,
Mm-hmm.
It's a really nice thing because I really wanted others to know something about it because we couldn't find any information online.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Let's actually talk about all this on air. You want to introduce yourselves?
We are in Homagama. They call Pitipana Homagama. The place called Sarasavi Madura.
Okay. And it's a government quarantine facility?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah, I can tell by the bunk beds.
Yeah. Let me just show you if you want to see. See, there's 2 bunk beds there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And 2 bunk beds with an occupant in one of them.
Fantastic.
So this
all
doesn't have attached baths.
No, okay, so it's a shared bath. How so there's so much I want to ask you, but first a little bit about your background. What are your names? Are you originally from Sri Lanka? Why are you in quarantine now?
My name is Jihan. I'm from Sri Lanka. I've been in US for like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So came for a vacation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you went to the US on vacation, and you got
no. I've been there for living. I came for a vacation.
Oh, you came here to Sri Lanka on vacation.
Yeah.
So you're okay. So you are still a Sri Lankan passport holder, I'm assuming. So that's why you're allowed to come in during this time.
Both dual citizen.
Yeah, dual citizen. So
yeah.
And I think that if for when tourism opens up again for foreigners, they're probably gonna have to go through the same process. What is your guess? Yeah. Okay. And so both.
That's the case.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my situation is different, Johnny. I'm not a Sri Lankan passport holder. I'm a US passport holder.
Okay.
I told you about, I wrote to you about it, right? So what happened to me is my husband and I had tickets to come to Sri Lanka in March because my dad got very ill, so he had a stroke and he was really ill. So we wanted to come and visit him, but because of COVID-19, we couldn't come. They canceled the flight in March. So then I knew that these guys were coming under the repatriation, that situation because they have dual citizenship. And they helped me to come because they were trying. That's why I didn't know until 3 days before the flight. Roy and I didn't know if we would be on that flight or not.
Okay.
Because they said it would be really last minute. So for us, it was literally last
Wow. Okay.
minute. Yeah.
And the entire flight, you had the idea that 100% you're going to be staying in the hotel quarantine.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Like my parents knew that. My brother who lives in the US, I mean, why would we do this to ourselves, right? 100% hotel. We even told the embassy that we would go to the hotel.
Yeah. And so right before this, during the kind of intro, I had shown the hotel I'm staying at, and I kind of joked that I've been in self-quarantine for the last 7 days, but because I've literally not left this hotel, mainly because I'm in the middle of nowhere. This is Nuravella Beach near Trincomalee. Do you know where that is?
Near Trincomalee. Do you know Trincomalee? Near Trincomalee?
I have heard, but I never been to Trincomalee.
Yeah, it's like a very small beach, and to walk to the closest shop will probably take me 30 minutes. And I don't have a scooter here.
Wow.
I don't have a tuk-tuk. So I've basically been here for the last 7 days, eating every meal here, 7 days, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I've actually almost been in the same situation, but for me, it's by choice because I wanted just a week to relax and, be by the beach and do some editing. But for you guys, it's mandatory quarantine to make sure everyone's safe before they let, travelers back in the country.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think I'm very fortunate because I can go out to the beach, I can swim in the ocean, I can go snorkeling. All right. Your hotel stay would have been very different, right?
Yeah. So this is what happened, right? So we were for sure going to stay in the hotel. And when we landed, there was a lot of waiting because they wouldn't even let us into the airport for about 3 hours. So we got off the flight and we were seated in a concrete parking lot for waiting for the PCR test.
Yeah.
That whole time. So you can imagine you get off a flight and it was 1 o'clock in the morning. So thank goodness for that. Otherwise we would have been baking in the sun, right? After 24-hour flight.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
but sitting on the pavement in the middle of the night is not nice either.
No. So when we were finally, we went through the testing, the PCR test, and then the visa, the immigration. And then we were asked to join the 2 lines, going to the hotel and going to the government camp. And there was an army officer there. And just for some reason, I asked him, what's the difference between the hotel and the camp? And he said, hotel, you will for sure get your private room, air-conditioned private room for you and your husband with attached bath. And the meals will be brought to the room, provided for you. So I said, I'm in hotel, right? We're paying money also, right? It's like 1,500, something like that. Roy, is it 1,500 for the hotel?
About 1,500 for 2 people.
So it's substantial, for Sri
Yeah.
Lanka.
How much is that in dollars, US dollars?
No, it's 1,500 US dollars.
Oh, it's gonna be 1,500 US dollars.
Yes, for 14
Wow.
days, right?
That's quite a bit.
Wait.
$1,200. $1,200.
1 sec, Johnny.
$1,200 for 2 people for 14 days.
Okay, Roy says
Okay.
he did the exact. He's an engineer, so he does this, right? So
Yeah.
he said $1,200 US dollars for 2 people. So Roy and I would pay 1,200 for 14 days. And
So
then
I just did the calculation. That's 222,000 Sri Lankan rupees, which is what, 20 lakh? I don't know. I don't know what lakh.
Lakhs.
Yeah. 20
Very
lakhs.
good, yeah.
That's a lot.
Yes.
That's a MacBook.
Yeah. That's right. No, that's crazy, right? See, but actually we didn't even think about that because we had already paid a lot of money to come here, right? Because the flight itself was not free. These guys came on a one-way ticket and the ticket was 1520. So 1,000, US dollars,
Wow.
1520.
Okay.
One way, right? And Roy and I had to pay because we are not citizens, so we had to buy a return ticket. So ours was like 2,300, Roy?
Well, it was returned. Yes,
With return, so 23 per person. So that was a huge,
Wow.
we already, So we had, but for us really, because we came here for my father, right? So it's a family situation. So we were grateful to get the opportunity, and because otherwise Roy and I could not come for sure.
And where do you normally live now in the US?
San Diego, California.
Nice,
and
nice.
these guys live
Uh,
in
Huntington Beach, California.
Okay, nice. Both very nice places.
very nice.
And, yeah, and I guess you're also used to things being very expensive there.
Well, but still, I mean, yeah.
It's a lot of money, but it's so much money. So, but it is nice to hear that it wasn't about the money. It was about.
It wasn't at all. No. So that's what I really wanted to come through, that it was not about the money, not because we're throwing money around. We are very conscientious. And that's one of the things I really like about how you do stuff. We're very conscientious. But at the same time, we want to do the right thing. You know, I'm going to see my father who's not well. So I wanted to really, you know, quarantine myself in a serious way. So when I asked the army officer, he said the difference is that you would get that in a private room, private bath, but you could not leave the 4 rooms of the hotel room. And I freaked out because I'm an outdoor person. I mean, San Diego, right? I swim in the I swim in the ocean. So I thought, oh my gosh, you know, I need some air, some movement, something. And then he said, the government camp, since we are all a family, you know, they would consider the 4 of us a family. They would probably put us in one room, and we would have to share the room and bathrooms. But, you know, we would have some kind of that floor. We would be able to move about freely. So I said, hey, it's 14 days. That's a long time.
Yeah, it's a very long time. But did you consider that for 14 days, you'd all be in one room?
Well, yeah, we did, you know, but it's a, you know, I mean, it's like you have to pick the worst of the what's the saying, Roy? What's the saying?
The
least uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, well, because the thing is, otherwise it would be an air-conditioned room day and night, all day long for 14 days. I would still kill Roy, probably. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. At least there's 2 more people now.
yeah. And we know these guys, you know, I mean, we
Yeah.
know them. They're kind of like family, you know, unwanted family.
Yeah. Okay. And in the government facility, you're able to leave the actual room itself.
Yeah, so, you know, you've seen pictures. So there are we're on the 3rd floor of a 3-story building, and there are 27 rooms on this floor, and there's a long corridor. So we can walk up and down. I mean, it's like, how long is that? Roy, how long is the corridor? About 100, no.
63 paces.
Come on, it's like
about 200 feet.
200 feet in length.
Okay.
So you
can
know,
do
that's
some,
a good
yeah, you can exercise, run back and forth.
Look up.
And how many other people are staying on your floor?
there are 47 people on this floor.
Oh, it's a lot of people from the flight.
Yes. So
And
from
have you-
our flight,
And have you been able to interact with all of them? Because I guess you were on the same plane.
totally. I mean, this is Johnny. You've been in Sri Lanka for 6 months. You know
Yeah.
Sri Lankans. They're like family. You know, it's
Okay.
like family. Yeah, totally
Yeah.
like family.
Okay. So everyone's gotten to know each other, become friends. You guys go to each other's rooms, hang out. And in the hotel, you would not have been able to do that.
Some people are sorry to disturb you, but some people, you know, because we want to respect some, you know, some people are really, I think, concerned. So, you know, we don't go to in and out of each other's rooms. Like we go in and out of our rooms, the 4 of us, but we don't go into other people's rooms. But we, you know, I mean, we have a common pantry that we use. So, you know, people are in and out of that.
Okay. So speaking of food, at the hotel, it would have been, I guess, hotel quality room service. I'm assuming like high quality, good food. No?
No, it's the same thing with the army. So army because see, the army is very, very particular about what we eat. Like, for example, my mom, you know, luckily she lives nearby, and she wanted to bring us food, but the army wouldn't let her bring any home cooked food.
Okay.
Or any baked goods. I mean, so she can bring fruit and vegetables, right? Things like that, but nothing cooked, because they really want to make sure that all of us are taken care of by the army.
Okay.
And they cook, I mean, they have, what they told us is they have a separate cook to cook our meals.
Okay.
In quarantine, yeah.
Okay. And what's the food been like?
I'm a vegetarian. You know, Roy and I are vegetarians, so it's been
Super.
yeah. But
It's been good.
You know Sri Lankan food, right? It's rice and curry. Yeah.
Really,
Yes.
So,
Okay. So walk me through typical breakfast.
some days we get bread and curry, and sometimes it's chicken, sometimes it's fish, and some days we have rice, and some days kiribat.
What is kiribat? What is kiwibat?
Kiribat, milk,
Oh, milk rice.
milk rice.
Oh, I like milk rice. Okay, very
Yeah.
nice. Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And then lunch, lunch and dinner. It's probably very similar.
Lunch all the time is rice.
Mhm.
Always we have like 4 vegetables, right?
Yeah,
So-
there's always 4 dishes along
Okay.
with the rice. So these guys get 3 vegetables plus meat or fish, and Roy and I get red rice because
Okay.
we don't, so they were giving us white rice, but we had problems digesting it. So we talked to them, and immediately they started giving us brown rice. I mean, red
Wow,
rice
okay.
in the Sri
Red
Lankan
rice.
bread.
Okay,
Immediately,
nice.
like the very
Nice.
next meal. Yeah. So we get red rice and 4 different vegetables. It's
Nice.
it's a pretty incredibly good. Yeah.
Okay, so you're never going hungry.
No,
No.
we had to finally say
Okay.
no dinner because I mean.
Plus dessert.
yeah, plus dessert. We get dessert every meal.
Okay. Well, what is the desserts?
It's usually fresh bananas at breakfast, like
Uh-huh.
really nice bananas. You know, there are so many different kinds of bananas, right? So we get
Yep.
different kinds of bananas. And then we always get yogurt with the dinner, no, lunch,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
And then dinner we get again bananas or what else have you?
Sometimes yogurt too.
And biscuit, and like biscuits, they call it biscuits, but cookies. Right?
Okay. Wow. Okay. And I've heard there's I've seen your schedule when you sent it over to me. There are multiple tea breaks, and the first one starting at what time?
6.
Well, it's supposed to start at 6. The first day it was at 6, so we got all excited. But now it's more like 6:30, 6:45.
Okay. And are they knocking on your door, waking you up at 6:30 for tea?
No, so there's a PE system, right? So they make
Okay.
announcements, and they make it so nice that they say, your tea has been prepared and delivered. Please go to the appropriate station and
Oh,
collect
nice.
your tea. It's lovely. I mean, it's
Oh, nice.
fantastic.
Okay. Nice. And so I'm assuming it's tea and then some kind of like cookie or a snack, or what goes with the tea?
So for bed tea, it's just tea, like milk tea, right?
Okay.
Like the kind of stuff that you and Christina drink, like probably what you're drinking now. I don't know what you're drinking now. Yes, yeah. Very nice, yeah. And so, so it's actually in, like in the room, we have really nice cutlery and
Uh-huh.
real like porcelain, like, so it's like this, right?
Very
See,
nice.
it's just
Okay.
like this.
Yeah, very nice.
Very
Cheers.
nice, yeah. So yeah, cheers, cheers, exactly. So milk tea for breakfast. I mean, sorry, not breakfast. Bed tea is milk tea.
Oh,
Then this is like
different types of
banana.
bananas. That's giant. Okay. And the little baby one.
Yeah, see? Yeah. It's just We just
Okay.
have this is from lunch, I think, because we can't eat it all. And then we get breakfast around 7:30,
Mm-hmm.
and then we get tea again, milk tea at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And then we get lunch. You have the schedule, so lunch. So it's like we never go hungry.
Uh-huh.
There's no time to go be hungry.
Yeah, 10 o'clock and 3 o'clock tea with milk tea with some crackers, right?
Yeah, some
Okay.
like cream crackers or those little biscuits that
Yeah.
they
Golden Mary
yeah.
biscuits.
Okay. And are you always eating in your room, or is there can you eat in the hallway or outside?
No, in the room.
always in the room. So people pick up the food and take it to their rooms and eat it in their room.
Okay. Nice. And is there you have you showed me briefly in the beginning that you have a beautiful view of, is it the rice
Balcony,
paddies or what
yes.
is it? Can you turn
So
the
we have
camera real quick?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Can you please? Yeah.
Sure. You can turn it. Why don't you turn it?
Turn the camera around. You don't have, yeah, so that.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me what we see here.
Uh,
Yeah, and then, yeah. You have to go take fever. Just tell
oh,
him. You have
so,
to just-
one second. Yeah, we can show it. Show him too, right?
Yeah. Let me just-
They're checking fever
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Wow.
on the way.
This is the whole hallway. Hello, everybody. How's it going?
yeah. So you get it. So can you?
Wow.
Yeah, she's checking fever for everyone.
Okay. So this is such a unique glimpse into what quarantine life looks like here.
Yeah. And we gotta keep also.
Oh, wow. That's cute.
my finger.
Okay. And how often are they checking your temperatures?
Twice a day, morning and evening.
Okay. So for those who are listening to just the audio version, we have someone in a full body hazmat suit, walking down the hallway, checking everybody's temperature.
Do you see
And-
this little girl?
Yeah,
It's
and
so-
she's
so-
in a hazmat suit too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody
you don't
just
mind doing
knows.
this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone knows. Like, was there an announcement, or how did you know you had to step to your front door to
Oh,
get tested?
she knocks outdoors.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
so
is
there's
this
like
every day, or how often does this happen?
every day, morning and evening, right after
Wow.
breakfast and around this time in the evening.
Okay. So they're really serious about monitoring any signs of COVID.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
has anybody developed a fever or anything, or had to get isolated?
In this this building, no, nobody. I never heard anybody. This is the kid.
Hello.
Say
How's
hi.
it going? Hi. And she has a full face shield as well. She's cute. All right.
And I keep telling her.
Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. This is such an interesting glimpse.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
So that's
This is the twice a day test. This is so interesting.
so this is twice a day. Yeah, I'm so okay. I'm going to just take you with because
Okay.
we also have 2 Buddhist monks at the end
Wow.
of the So I'm just going to follow. Do you mind if I just follow?
Yeah,
her?
please. But your finger's on the
Yeah.
camera a bit, so just move your finger a
Oh,
little
sorry.
bit. There you go.
Sorry. Is that okay? Sorry about that. Nee, okay. Nee, ik hou het apé kia apé nee.
I mean, this almost seems like a very friendly version of the end of the
is.
world.
Yeah, but Johnny, you wouldn't believe how friendly everybody is. Like even this lady who's doing it, she's so friendly. She's so.
Yeah.
Hello, kya no? Avdana, you
Hello. How are you?
Namo kadda. Namo kadda.
All right, but it's really good to see that how serious Sri Lanka is taking the.
You know
Yeah,
what? Compared to the
quarantine.
US, it's
Yeah.
unbelievable, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's a. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And-
we have a TV
yeah.
room here. I'm going to just
Uh-huh.
show you that as well.
Okay.
So there's
Oh, nice.
So there's a TV room. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is one of our friends. Hello, Kian.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's nice. So you guys can come and I don't know who you're ironing clothes for, trying to impress, but it is nice that there's iron in the TV.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can you imagine? I mean, can you imagine ironing clothes? Oh, wait a minute. Here's the monks. Okay. So let me just put that. Make it put that. So this is very rare.
Hello. How
So
are
she
you?
comes. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. So and then this is the camp place right here. So I'm going to just turn it around so you get a. Yeah. How did the bike end?
Okay.
So she's done with that. Okay, now you can take it.
Okay. Wow.
Yes. Okay.
This has
And we're
been
gonna show-
fascinating.
You want to go? Yeah. You just.
Let me go for a real quick tour on the rest.
Oh yeah,
So
the
we got,
bathroom.
like,
Yeah, please.
So we got 3 shower rooms over here.
Okay. Nice.
Very cool. And so 5 faucets.
Everything's very super clean.
Yeah.
It's nice. Actually,
Yeah,
cleaner
this is
than
for
most of the
just for
bathrooms.
male. Yeah, this is just for male side.
Okay.
So we got 2 this type and we got 3 types squat bunk.
Okay.
3
Yep.
squats.
That's healthier actually.
Yeah,
I'll probably use that.
And an automatic washing machine too.
Oh, nice. Very good.
Yep. Yep.
So it definitely looks like a government facility, but it's a nice government facility. Like it almost kind of reminds me of like a college dorm room or something, or like a.
Yeah, it's kind of a hostel for a university. It's like have you heard of Javardhanapura University hostel?
Okay.
Yeah, oh, this is the pantry.
Oh wow. Okay, so you have a balcony you can go
hot water
to.
all the time.
Uh-huh.
There's a hot water all the time.
Nice.
And filtered water here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
This is quite comfortable.
Yeah. Same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Hello.
Johnny, he said he wants to say something.
Okay, please.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. It's a very beautiful place. Corona place.
Quarantine place. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
quarantine
Okay.
place. Yes.
Very good.
How are you?
Very good. I hope you guys have been watching my videos from there.
Everybody enjoy, very enjoy.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like my videos. Yeah. This has been fantastic.
Yep. So, Martha,
Okay.
you want to show him? So this is Roy's room.
Okay.
We're going to show the Nihala Castle.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, you have,
This is the
everybody has a
outside.
balcony. That's fantastic.
Everybody has a balcony.
Everybody has a balcony.
That's fantastic. You know what?
This is
I
the
can live here.
outside, yeah.
I can live here for 14 days.
Johnny, this is like I mean, I would pay to be here. I mean, look at this, right? I mean, these
Yeah.
are all these cows that graze, and there's like
Yeah.
all these water birds that come here. It's unbelievable. In the mornings, and this is sunrise, so this is east, right? So
Uh-huh.
we have an eastern facing room and a west facing.
Oh, so you go back and forth, and you have sunrise
Exactly,
and
yeah.
sunset.
So exactly, it's gorgeous. I mean, yesterday the full moon just came up from here,
Uh-huh.
and it was just illuminated and gorgeous.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Very great. So, a big question everyone's gonna have is, how's the Wi-Fi?
You know, so around 2 to 3 in the afternoon, it's perfect because everybody takes a nap.
Okay. But normally it's
But-
a bit slow.
It's spotty, yeah, it's pretty
Okay.
spotty. Yeah.
But we're obviously live streaming video. So are you on a 4G SIM card, or what are you using?
So we are going to. Let me ask.
We're using, yeah, for
Streaming videos.
So
Can you-
using the phone as a
So
hotspot.
can you just tell me?
We're using the phone as a hotspot, basically.
Okay. Oh, nice. Very good. So, like in Sri Lanka, I'm using my hotspot most of the time, anyways. So it ends up, because Wi-Fi is kind of spotty, even at nice hotels or, really everywhere.
So do you use a separate hotspot device separate from your phone, Johnny?
No, I just use my phone. I have my iPhone. I put my hotspot, and I, basically run everything off of my computer here.
Okay, and your phone is basically a connection everywhere. Got it.
Exactly. Yeah, and I have dialogue. The only thing that's terrible when the phone, I understand there's limited data, but it's a really big problem that even at hotels or at people's houses, businesses, coffee shops, restaurants, every Wi-Fi package, it runs out.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that there's like Sri Lanka doesn't have unlimited Wi-Fi yet.
Yes. I find the same thing. So you're continuously reloading the phone and stuff like that. Is that right?
Yeah, and for me, it's not that big of a deal because it's not about the money. It's more about the limitation of thinking, how much content do I want to consume? How much content do I want to create? And I've met local Sri Lankans who were taking online courses to learn, how to program or how to do video editing. And they would literally run out of data and not be able to do it. So
I
it was,
see.
yeah. So it was really it's really kind of hurting, I think, the growth of the country, and it's especially in the IT fields.
I'm finding the same here. So I'm really curious to hear what you have to say. Your experience has been my experience, my limited experience.
Yeah. Well, we have less than 10 minutes left, so let me get back to these guys and find out more about the experience. So the quarantine in the government facility, it was completely for free?
Yep.
So okay, let's get this right. So I talked to the commander because we as a group, a bunch of people said we really want to do something for to show our appreciation, right? Should we just go to this room?
Yeah.
I have the key. Yeah. One sec, Johnny. Let me just go to the room so it's quiet, okay?
Yeah, no problem. All right. And this has been so fascinating to see this tour. I'm so glad we did this. And 'cause I think this doesn't apply not to just Sri Lanka, but to so many countries that are going through the same. I have a friend, Aliona, who went back to Russia, also through a government 14-day quarantine. She pretty much, ironically, had almost the exact same experience as you. where
Yeah.
terrible bus journey, like really chaotic when you first arrived. But then once they
Yeah.
got there, they were basically on a floor with all their friends or new friends. They even had 2 Buddhist monks in Russia with them, which is really, really strange.
Yeah,
And
it is. Yeah.
they would get together, they would do yoga in the mornings, meditation in the afternoons, get fed meals. And by the end of the 14 days, they wanted to stay longer.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, so today's day, what is it, 12, 13?
11.
11? Oh, today's day 11. So every time they come to take my temperature, I say, can you add a few numbers because I want to stay longer, right? Even
Wow.
today I asked already. Because
Okay.
it's like they take care, yeah.
But here's a serious question that I don't know if you've considered is if you did the hotel quarantine, it would have been, just, the 2 of you in a room. And so if you developed, COVID during that time, you would have known, okay, you got on a plane or something. And, you would have suffered through it. But here at the facility, knock on wood, but let's say you did develop COVID, you might have gotten it from the interactions with other people on the floor. Do you think, do you think that would be a concern at all? Or is it, what, we probably would have got it from them on the bus. We would have got, from them on the plane in queue.
Yeah. But, I mean, personally for me, when we were in San Diego, we did everything we could, right? Although it was very lax in San Diego, in California, we really only went out just for groceries when we absolutely needed to. We wore masks, we didn't go to the beach and things like that. So we already took every precaution we could, sensibly, right?
Yes.
So, and that same sensibility is what made us decide this, because if you're going to really, we're not being reckless,
Yes.
We are trying to be as careful as we can. We wash our hands, we stay isolated, we have no physical contact, we maintain, well, there's not really social distance because it's not possible.
Yeah.
But
Because we all were in the same flight, right?
we were on the same flight. So if we got it, we would have gotten in the flight. So, so.
That's true. Yeah, I agree. It's smart that they put all of you together. So if somebody developed it, it probably wouldn't be one person. It would probably be 5 or 10. And then you should probably stay together anyways. Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense.
So, they have a doctor, right? For this floor, for this building, there's a doctor. And they would come like, Gihan had a little rash, like a bug bite. And they came immediately to take a look at that. And another lady hit her head on the bunk bed. They came to look at, so they are really responsive. It's really remarkable how responsive they are.
Nice. So I think it's such a nice service that the government's providing for, Sri Lankans to come back and go through this process. I wonder what it's going to be like when tourism opens up, because, it's probably not going to be very fair or sustainable for, someone from, Australia or, Europe just to come on vacation and go through a government quarantine, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't know what they would do. I think it seems like it would almost be fair to expect them to, quarantine in a hotel, because they're tourists, right? So they're coming with that knowing, that's why Roy and I, because we actually do fall under that category, because we're not, we don't qualify to be in the repatriating flight. So we were willing to pay whatever, it took to come see my father. So, but I think once it opens up, it would be only fair for the government that the tourists take care of themselves to quarantine, and take it seriously.
Yeah. So here's a question is, let's say as a tourist, we have the option to pay for the hotel quarantine or pay for the government quarantine. What would you recommend to a friend?
I actually would recommend, I don't know the hotel quarantine, right? I can't speak to it really because I didn't live through it.
I can tell you right now, because I was in a hotel in Weligama from March to April and May in one room. And it's
okay. Okay,
so
no, I wouldn't, Johnny. I actually, if it was my friend, I would totally tell them, because they thought we were nuts to do this, right? To go to a government camp. But let me tell you this though, we really lucked out, Johnny. Not everybody's going to get this. This facility is brand new. It's so new that they haven't finished building it. So these mattresses are brand new. The pillows are brand new. Everything is brand new, right? So I don't know what a camp situation in another remote area is like.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be fair, right? So this is very much like a hotel. So I would totally pay for this experience.
Yeah, it's a university hostel.
Yeah. So if anyone has any other firsthand experience or knows of anyone with any other firsthand experience at other government facilities or in the hotel quarantine, whether it's here in Sri Lanka or another country, leave a comment in the videos below. I think the more data we can get from everyone, the more firsthand experiences or at least secondhand experiences, it would help others make that decision.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's actually why you guys wanted to come on and to share the experience, because you said you tried to find this information before you came in. There was nothing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
any kind of final thoughts? We have just 2 minutes left.
Sure. I really want to reiterate how well they're taking care of us, right? Because when we came, I thought that they would look at us like, because America has so many cases and we are not really being very responsible, as a country, America, to take, get a handle on it. So I thought we would get a response like, why are these people coming, these infested people coming to infect us? I thought that would be the attitude. And the attitude has been the complete opposite of it. They take care of us like their own relatives. Like my own relatives have told my mom, please don't bring her here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, my own relatives, right? I said, why is she here? She shouldn't be here. She shouldn't be coming from America. Please make sure you don't come. Because, in Sri Lanka, you visit everybody and all of that.
Yeah.
So they made sure that I shouldn't go to visit them. And meanwhile, these people who have no relation to us are treating us like their own family.
Yeah.
And then when I asked them, because, we made friends with pretty much all of them by now. And I asked them, why are you going to such extent? Because it's not just their job, right? They do far beyond their job. And they said, we were trained to not to hurt you even by a word.
Wow.
I mean, and the commander is like, I've talked to the commander a couple of times because of the difficulty Roy and I had with food. And he calls me back immediately. And he asks me every time if everything's okay. And to call him anytime, day or night. At 1 o'clock in the morning, he said, don't hesitate. And this is the commander in charge of this unit.
Wow. So sounds like you had a great experience. It's kicking us off right now, but thank you so much for answering all these questions.
Yes, thank you, Johnny.
Keep an eye on the comments. Maybe people have questions there as well, but great talking to you.
Yeah, take care, Johnny. All the best to you. Keep up the good work. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Wow, so I just got off the call with these guys, and it was so interesting seeing inside the government quarantine facility, hearing about what it was like, and really just, living vicariously through that experience. It sounds like it was great. I mean, it was like not a bad experience at all. 13 days, they're leaving, I think, tomorrow, so by the time this even airs, they'll be out. And my quarantine will be over as well. I feel very, very fortunate to be here during this time because there's so few tourists that this hotel I'm at right now, it's called Cardamom, and it normally sells for $150 a night during normal season, and during the peak season, which is actually right now in September and probably, September, they sell for sometimes $250 plus a night. And right now we're getting it for $35 on booking. It's really crazy, and I've been able to self-isolate here really just to take a break from all the travel. It's been moving around so much, and we're about to do another big trip, so I wanted just a place to relax for a week, catch up on all the editing, make all the videos for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos from Sri Lanka. But I know this one's a little bit different, but I really wanted to put this out there because I think a lot of people are gonna have friends or relatives coming, home, whether it's to Sri Lanka or another country, and they're gonna have to go through a quarantine process. So I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments if you have any experience, if you have any questions. I would love to hear from you. See you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.